I'm very, 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 very bad at recording apparently, because I've now done this 2 other times. And this is my third. Hopefully it goes much better. Anyway, I'm sure you guys were wondering what all of this was. So I am making the little, let me show you here, origami, they call them lucky stars. I'm calling them, in this thing, wishing stars. So I'm making a summer wishing star activity jar. And essentially, that's just my way of saying a jar full of little things to do during summer. So these are things like big activities, these are little things. Some of the ones that I have in here, because like I said, this is my 3rd time recording. Let's see if you can see them, but they're in there. Some of them are go to the zoo, some of them are go to the park, one's go to Color Me Mine, one is just try a new smoothie flavor. So that's the sort of things that I'm talking about by summer activity jar. Just things that will get me out of the house and in the sunshine, where I can get the vitamin D that I need and where I can make some memories and have some fun. So that is what we're doing. I'm also just going to be sort of chatting and filling you in on some new updates, life updates, business updates. These are my first, well, ignore that one, first attempt at a pretty pattern. Here, there we go. That will go on the letter kits. So I have this one currently as a 5x8. This is a possible size. The other possible size is just an 8.5x11 full sheet of paper. I'm kind of just debating between the two. But I'm pretty proud of this pattern, as it was my very first attempt at even making a pattern, and I think it looks pretty cute. So there'll still be some things that I work on, some more patterns, more styles, but I'm happy to say that I think at least there's some progress on that part. And then the other thing is I'm going back to college. So I have just applied to go back to school for an applied associate. So it's not for like a bachelor's or anything. I have gotten my general's associate already. Did that when I first went, now basically 6 years ago. Wow. Anyway, I got it then, and then about 3 years after I got my general's associates, I got a social media marketing certificate through BYU Pathways, and now I am going back to get a applied associates for a called Small Business Operations, which will hopefully give me all the information I need about the legal side and the financial side of running a small business, so that I can more confidently go into it. But I am still going to try my best to basically start the small business before I even get into the school, and I will run that while I am attending school, working, and everything. So life is going to get busy and exciting at the end of summer. So this is my last chance to sort of use some of the money to have fun, but still try to keep it down lower. So what I'm asking here is ideas. So I'm going to keep writing and putting in some things that I think would be fun to do, but I want you guys to leave some comments and let me know fun things you think I should do. Whether it's trying a interesting food combo, or growing a specific flower out in my garden or something, I will do that. The only rule of thumb is that it can't have anything to do with like tattoo or drinking alcohol or trying coffee or something like that, because I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol, and I won't get a tattoo. Now the tattoo is partially because of my religion, but also because I hate needles, so that's not an option. But pretty much anything else is pretty fair game. Of course, I have the right to reserve, like, to not do that and say, no, that's something I'm uncomfortable doing. But for the most part, what you comment, if it's something I deem that, like, is plausible for me, I do live in Utah, keep that in mind as well. If it's plausible for me, it will go on one of these strips, and I will add it to my jar of little stars. So yeah, if anyone's curious, this jar, this little hat, it's actually my mom's. She bought it at home, and she doesn't use it, so she gave it to me. So this is my little jar. So anyways, so there's the life updates, things that are happening, still processing, still sort of second guessing everything because I did it very quickly, made the decision like 5 days ago, and things are just happening. But it's great and it's wonderful. Finding a place is gonna be hard. I thought I found one, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. We'll see. But I kind of hope it does because it seemed like a really cute place, and it would let me actually move in with one of my coworkers who is also going up to school. So it would be fantastic if it all worked out. If not, then, you know, things will work out. I am trying to stay confident and positive about that kind of stuff. So it'll work out and I'll have a lot of fun. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. Another thing that I could do, you know what I would like to do? I want to tie-dye a shirt, like a t-shirt. I haven't done that since I was in like girls camp, did girls camp back when like I was 12. That was so long ago. So I definitely want to do that. Let's see, tie, oh, it broke. Tie, it broke again. I love this pen and like pencil and how it writes, but it keeps breaking. Tied, dyed. Maybe not a shirt. Maybe a sweatshirt would be better. A sweatshirt, because I don't wear t-shirts very often. Sweatshirt / hoodie. That is something I can do. That would be fun. I'd do something probably like some light blue and white, make it look cute. Maybe find something that has some cute little saying or something on it. That would be fun. Another thing I want to do is go camping, but that's not something I can just like do on my day off. But you know what I can say is I can say roast marshmallows. We have a fire pit in my backyard, so that is an option. I think that's what I'll write next. Fire pit. Make s'mores is what I'm gonna write. Make s'mores. Other things. I feel like there was something else I was gonna tell you guys, but I can't. I honestly cannot for the life of me remember. That's okay. it'll come to me at some point, and I will be sure to let you guys know at that point. But oh, one of the things though is I'm now officially no longer buying any more clothes for a while. Which is probably, you're probably going, yeah, right, Megan. Yeah, I know. I really like shopping. I am a shopper. That is just, it's in me. It's what I like to do. It's sort of my stress relief. But I cannot be spending the money that I have been on clothes like this anymore. So it's just, it can't be an option anymore. So I'm, I guess what you say, I'm officially going, enough is enough, and I will not be buying any more clothes. So if I say anything about that, if I say, guys, I broke this, I bought it, I bought this new thing, I got this new thing, whatever, I want you to get mad at me. Okay? I want you to like read the comments and just be like, Megan, didn't you say that you weren't gonna be buying any more clothes? Because I'm gonna need somebody to hold me responsible, because I'm clearly might be struggling with that. Now, the only exception to this is this next weekend, and that's because it's a Mother's Day. I'm doing a Mother's Day holiday thing, like trip, where the whole thing is we're going thrifting. Like that was our plan, was to go thrifting and find some cute things that fit in our styles, because that's what we've been talking about lately. We've been talking about our color seasons and our ethereals and kibi types and that kind of stuff. This is probably sounding very weird just describing it if you don't know what it is, but essentially the color season is what, like, your skin tone, your undertone, and that kind of stuff places you in. So my summer and winter are actually cool tones, and then autumn and spring are warm tones. Now, we always thought that we were maybe a little bit more warm tone, but we are definitely not. So we've gone through and decided the easiest way I found, if you don't want to hire somebody who knows what they're doing, all you got to do is find the things that you feel you like are really confident in, things that you think you look really good in, but also things that people have told you you look really good in. Okay, because people's eyes are sometimes better than our own. We see different things, but I've always been told I look really good in pink and like a light blue. So I took those two colors and was like, where do these fall in? These colors, where do they fall in? So I'm a summer, so I am a cool tone, and my mom and my sister are winters, so they're just a little bit less, they're a little darker than I am, so they fall down into the winter rather in the summer, which just means that you're lighter or like have less of a contrast. That just means that your hair is lighter, your skin is lighter, you just, yeah, so that kind of falls there. So I'm a summer. And then when I mean ethereals is a very specific type of clothing dressing style that is actually created by, her name's Olga Brzezinski. Don't know if I said that right. Where it's more a little bit based off of your own like aura and your like vibe and your personality, and a little bit of course by like body type and your facial features, and if you're a little bit more of a feminine or a masculine in terms of appearance. So it applies to that. So those are the things that we've just been talking about, and I'm really into this sort of stuff and the fashion and aesthetics and those things, so we've been talking about that. So we decided that we were just gonna make a whole weekend of it, especially since we haven't seen my sister in a bit. She did come down this weekend, but we're gonna go down there and we're gonna just do a little weekend stay and shop and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're doing. But since we've been doing that, we decided to make it sort of like a thrifting, find things in our styles, find things in our colors, but affordably. So that is the only exception to not buying any more clothes is this weekend. And that's it. After that, I officially am going no more spending on clothing anyway. Since I'm going into this and I'm doing all these activities, of course there's going to be some spending, but I'm trying really hard not to go into school and I need to have more money so that I can afford to do certain things, but also because I want to make sure that I can afford things after that and to have fun and to go to things like the games and the dances and that kind of stuff, because I really want to make the most of this college experience that I'm going to have for a year. So I'm going to be putting no more money into that kind of stuff, into clothing. I have what I need so far and I like most of my clothing, so that's fine. I can be happy without that. I can do more without that. You can see that I'm trying to convince myself here of certain things, but it is what it is, and I'm happy. Life is good right now and I'm feeling pretty happy about things. I'm feeling pretty confident about life and the things that I'm trying to do. So I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled that I'm doing what I'm doing and that I have things to work towards and things that I want to accomplish. It really makes all the difference in the world to have things to work towards, things that you want, and goals to have, even if they're tiny, even if they aren't these big, huge goals. Success is different for everybody, and for me, it's more about being small and it's more about being happy than it is about money or anything else. So there we have it. I'm just gonna finish up this one, and then I think dinner's almost ready. It's fast Sunday, so we eat a little early, and I want to make sure that they don't yell up for dinner while I'm recording. So we're just gonna finish up here. Besides, I'm so bad at doing and talking. Anyways, if you guys have any ideas and activities and things that I should try, fun things that you're just like, maybe you should try this, let me know in the comments and I will add them to my list, and I'll have these here and they will be up, and I won't be starting any of these activities and things until June. June, May, June, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, June. And because I will be gone for most of the weekends and my days off, and I have things I need to work on this month. So next month I will start. So June, July, and part of August, although I may be up at college at the beginning, super early in August, but we'll see how housing and everything goes. But June, July, and August, and I will be doing as activities on all the days off, on any times that I'm just like, I'm bored and I have nothing else to do. Let's do that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me in my little chat sesh and my friendly updating on life and things. And yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye.